Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Secretary Campbell, for being here today. This week, as has been noted in this hearing, we celebrated the third anniversary of one of the most important security agreements arrangements in generations, the Australia, United Kingdom, United States Security Pact, also known as AUKUS. Thanks to President Biden's work to strengthen this trilateral relationship, AUKUS is playing a critical role in maintaining security and stability in the Indo-Pacific. The domestic benefits are worth noting too. In my home state of Rhode Island, we are proud of our role in AUKUS defense production, ensuring mutual security and boosting our local economy through small businesses that provide good-paying jobs. We need a smooth and orderly process to transfer defense articles between our nations for AUKUS to effectively deter threats and maintain security. And Congress has previously created exemptions to our international traffic in arms regulations, or ITAR, to allow for easier transfer of information and weapons. And I know that there are concerns that the ITAR rule proposed by the State Department in August excludes critical technologies that our allies need. Technologies like engineering and capabilities of the Virginia-class submarine, which is produced in Rhode Island and is essential to fulfilling the promise of AUKUS. Mr. Deputy Secretary, how is the State Department working with our Australian and United Kingdom partners to ensure the rules allow AUKUS to be effective while still protecting sensitive technology?
So, look, thanks for the question. And we had some discussion, Congressman, a little earlier. First of all, I think we have to do everything possible to remove as many restrictions on any kind of military engagement with Great Britain and Australia. So that is the goal. That's the direction that we're going to have to move towards. It will take some time. The natural proclivity of many elements of our national security bureaucracy are to protect those secrets. That's understandable, but we've got to be clear that we're going to work with the Australians and the British. They have taken a number of steps to give us more assurance about their ability to protect those secrets. I will say that I think more needs to be done in terms of certain kinds of assurances. I will say those categories you give, it is not, just so you understand, it is not that those activities are prohibited. It is that the contracts themselves have to be reviewed. And so what Australians are worried about is that, and the British, that long reviews take a huge long period of time and they can delay. So I think the idea there was not so much to say an outright no, but certain capabilities, very sensitive capabilities, we would need to review as part of the process. Overall, I think we need to move more in the direction that you indicate, to expect that we are going to provide almost everything necessary for these countries to closely ally and partner. Keep at it with us. We're working with you. I do think we've moved in the right direction. Very much appreciate the role that Chairman McCall has in pushing us forward on this.
And the bipartisan cooperation here alongside the State Department is essential, and will continue to be supportive of moving as fast as possible. Very briefly, as I close here, I do want to note the concerning increase in cooperation between Russia, China, and North Korea, and your words publicly that you believe that China is providing Russia with material to continue their illegal invasion of Ukraine, material support. In June, Vladimir Putin visited North Korea to sign a comprehensive strategic partnership that raised concerns about North Korea supplying Russia with munitions. Do we have any evidence that Russia is being provided lethal assistance in their war in Ukraine by China or North Korea? And what sorts of actions can the administration do to deter this cooperation?
So, look, we do see lots of indications of capabilities. Almost every weapon system that the Russians have utilized on the battlefield in their illegal war have component pieces of chips or other things that have come from foreign sources, many from China. We see signs of North Korean weapon systems, artillery rounds, longer range missiles that are collected on the battlefields of Ukraine. So there are clear evidence on both cases. North Korea is about the most heavily sanctioned country in the world. We've still added on a few sanctions as a result, and I've indicated in previous questions the steps that we've taken against Chinese firms that have been directly involved in certain capabilities that we believe are deeply antithetical. Ultimately, for this to be effective, we need more Europeans to stand up and say these steps that China are taking on the battlefield in our homeland in Europe are unacceptable to a relationship that is positive with Beijing. They can't have it both ways. They can't help to prosecute this war and expect business as normal as usual with Europe.
Well, thank you, and I yield back